How are you? Happy Monday. Man, in August already, school getting back in session, life coming back to excitement again. Summertime is so relaxing and it's so boring. It is, isn't it? Well, today, we're going to dig into living an all-in life. You ever thought about that? I really want it all, but it's so hard. I'm focusing on this and that. I just can't get everything I want. I'm going to tell you now that you actually have to focus on it all to get what you want. Huh? How do I do that? We'll talk about it. Got to be honest with yourself, though, okay? It's a daily boost from motivationtomove.com, the positive boost you need every single day because life is going to get in the way the very minute you decide to do something. You ever had that happen before? You ever set a goal and you decide to go down a different path, and then your best friend or your wife or your husband or your boss or somebody says to you, "What are you doing that for? That's not what you do. What? That's not who you are. What are you doing? What are you going to the gym for? Come on, man. Let's go out Friday night and go drinking." It happens. And that's sometimes the hardest thing to do. And we'll talk about that a little bit more this week. But what ends up happening, you make a change. You're the boss of you decide to do that. You decide to make a change, and everybody starts pulling you off track. Now, here's the crazy secret that maybe you already know, but I'll say it anyway. Yeah, you make change, people get uncomfortable, and they kind of sabotage your motivation. You felt it before. Yet on the other side of those people who are sabotaging your motivation are people who are going to cheer you on. So if somebody is sabotaging your idea to go get what you want, just know there's tons of people out there, including me, who will cheer you on and say, "Come on, let's go. We can do it." And you can do it. How are you? My name is Scott Smith. I'm the founder and the chief motivating officer here at motivationtomove.com. Still raspy as hell today. Turns out I had COVID, and I didn't try to pass it around. I actually stayed home, but my grandson got it. He passed it to my other grandson. They passed it to their grandma, and then the other grandpa got it too. I didn't mean to. I really didn't. Man, so I'm a little sloppy today. So if I have to stop, if I bumble, if I stumble, if you hear me cough a little bit, it's going to happen. But I will edit the bad stuff out, I promise you. And I don't like to edit. So it's Monday, and we start Mondays by doing the most simple question I can ask you ever. And the reason I do this is because people ask me to. They ask me for the reminder. Have you done your homework? Here's your homework. It's one simple question. Do it when the show's done today. Ask the question to yourself, how's my life going? If you don't stop for just a minute and pause the craziness of the world and think, how am I doing in every area of my life? It's good, it's bad, it's in the middle. What is it? If you don't do that, you have no possible chance of changing it. If you blindly get up and listen to a podcast after podcast after podcast, looking for another idea that you can write down in your little book and maybe do later on, without thinking about how your life is actually going, it's not going to work. So I'm just telling you, I don't want to waste my time or your time. When the show's done, take 60 seconds and just lean back in your chair and say, how's my life going? Listen for the answers to come flooding in. You might not like some of them. You might love some of them. In any case, you're on your way to getting exactly what you want. By the way, if you want to join me on Facebook, I'm pretty active there. dailyboostpodcast.com/Facebook. The only place you can see my 6-week beard growth. And I had a comment the other day. I've never done this before. I know some guys do it all the time. I've never done it my entire life. I had a comment the other day. They said, "Finally, you look like you sound." My face has never matched my voice. So if you want to see that, go there and check that out. All right, let's get to this thing. About living an all-in life, because I want to become the person I am meant to be. I have no idea what that is. None of it. Do you have any idea? I just feel. No, I don't think most of us do. I mean, if you live a good, long life, if you're lucky enough to live a good, long life, I can tell you this. I mean, I'm still basically the same person I was when I was 6 years old. Ask my mom, she'll tell you that. Again, I'm completely different. I could have never even guessed where I would have arrived today. So I don't even know what I'm supposed to be. I don't have a feeling that I'm supposed to kind of follow, and I follow that feeling, but who the hell knows, right? But every single day, people all over the world that I talk to, beyond living like a joyful life, there's nothing more important for almost everybody than become the person they feel like on the inside. Now, you feel it. You may not be able to describe it. I've talked to you 1,000 times. Not you, maybe you, but a lot of people like you. And many times you can't describe it. That's why I use a little NLP to kind of break it out of you. But there's a little smile that comes up that you almost can't, you know it's there, and you're holding it back. A little smile on your, somebody mentions, "So what do you want to do?" And you say it. Man, you're holding that smile back, aren't you? Shouldn't do that. Open that up today. So here's the problem. For many, many years, people, including myself, we tended to get lost in a very specific development of certain areas of our life. And we kind of been told to do that. You can't do it all. You got to do this. You got to do that. And yes, to some extent that happens. When you're on a project, when you're doing something and you're focused, it's going to happen. And you got to build on the foundation. You know this over time. If you're young and you don't know this yet, a Zoomie, you don't even know how to go to work yet. You can't even go to a job these days because you haven't learned. What happens is you build a foundation and you layer the foundation up. So you accomplish certain skills when you're in focus, maybe in school or a job or getting married or something, and you layer that foundation and it builds. But still, it looks outwardly successful. But people that are chatting me on Zoom calls and seminars and things like that, if it were so successful, you wouldn't be chatting to me, would you? It's a bit hit or miss. It's causing you to actually search out motivational programs and coaching programs. You don't really need me, by the way. You can learn it yourself. If you get out there and live and open up to everything that's going on in your life and observe what's happening and then just make the change when you see what's not working for you or what is working for you, you don't need me at all. But it does help to have me around, I promise you that. So a solution is an all-in-one approach to living. Now, how do we do that? First, I've got to be honest. So I've had a belief for a long time now because I'm the kind of guy that's been focused. I had careers, I've done all kinds of things, and I will get hyper-focused on stuff. But I have now come to the realization that every single area of my life it's important and it needs to be developed every single day. Do you feel that way? Do you do a little bit to improve every area of your life every single day? Now, really think about it. If you're focusing on your business and achieving success at the highest level, are you getting it? Or are you burning out because your life's not balanced? So listen very closely. You may disagree with me, but this is exactly how it works. And if you've done this a while, you're going to get it. And if you haven't done it a while, you're going to get it eventually. If you want to raise your kids to be the best they can be, that can only happen when you balance out the other areas of your life. In other words, you got to have a good relationship with your wife, your husband, your spouse. Got to have a good job. Have to have a good home. Have to have a good spiritual background. If you're developing your spiritual being, it's only going to happen at a highly and very deeply satisfying level, I should say, when every area of your life is balanced. So how do we do that? Well, in other words, if you want to achieve your personal best in your body, your mind, your relationships, all the realms of who you are, so you can excel at one place and just be the best of the best of the best, which is what everybody says. You got to focus one thing. That's how you get to be the best. Yeah, I agree. But not without dropping everything else. It's kind of sad. I'm thinking right now about 3 gentlemen I know, all in their early 50s, all multiple relationships, all currently not in a relationship, all currently separated or divorced, all focused entirely on their business, and everything's falling apart around them. It doesn't have to happen because they're lying to the damn self. And so are you. You got to be honest. If you want the all-in life, you want to become the person you meant to be, it's pretty simple. Every single day, you got to do something to develop, to maintain, to grow every single critical area of your life. What does that mean in real life? How does it come down? Well, it means you get up, you do the best you can in your business, and then you shift your focus because your daughter called, and you pick up that phone right away no matter what's happening. You say something nice, you tell her that they love you, your son, your friend, doesn't really matter. You get to the gym and do a little bit of that too. You spend a little spiritual time. Maybe you meditate in the morning, you read the Bible, whatever it is for you. Every single day you check off that list. You figure out the realms of your life that are most important to you, and you make sure every single day you're satisfying that, you're fulfilling that, you're feeling that, you're making yourself a little better there. You become entirely 100% the person you know you can and should be. Instead of spending too many hours focused on something, knowing you're dropping the ball in every other area. Yeah, I am talking to every single person right now because you're doing it someplace, including me. Stop it. All right. Got some good shows this week for you in my raspy state. But again, it matches my voice now. It matches my face. Tomorrow, sharing your plans with everybody on the planet. Come on, shout it out publicly. Make a public commitment to what you're going to do. Oh, that's scary. Talk about that tomorrow. The next day, how to shake up and thrive a little bit more. Thursdays, a question to eliminate procrastination, a very simple one. It's the wisdom inside you that will fix that problem. And Motivation on Demand, that's Friday's show. In the meantime, go to Facebook, dailyboostpodcast.com/Facebook, or get my premium program. It's commercial free, and there's coaching that goes with it too, called the Boost Coaching Program. Just go to dailyboostpremium.com and check it out.